Hi everyone, welcome to Andy Eats. Today I'm in the popular hipster area of Seongsu to visit some cool places on this chilly day. First stop is messy. I'm drawn to the images of pigs in the shop window, meaning that I'm going to be eating some pork. It's 12 o'clock on a weekday and it's already busy in here. Luckily, as I'm on my own, they're able to seat me straight away. I'm sitting on a stool against the wall with my own ordering screen. There's a variety of set dishes, all of them seem a bit pricey, but I like what I'm seeing. Everything looks good. One thing that catches my eye is the tenderloin pork and black tiger shrimp. If it looks anything like the picture, I think I'll be happy. It costs 18,000 won, which is about £11. As well as food, there's your standard selection of alcohol and drinks. I did fancy a drink, however, I know I'm visiting a few places today, so I need to save some room. What's nice is that they have free side dishes. That 18,000 won sounds better value now that I know this. And of course, there's free water. The kitchen's busy and all the tables are full. I hope I don't have to wait too long, however I do like the atmosphere of this place. The food took about 14 minutes, which is pretty good considering what they've made for me. It all looks amazing. The prawns are big and the pork looks tender and a little bit pink. I can't wait. There's a little side of salad as well as some cactus salt and wasabi. There's perfectly shiny rice as well as miso soup and a variety of sauces and pickles. They brought me this jug. I had to ask what it's for, and it's actually used as dressing for the salad. Let's try. This is chidon sauce. I have no idea what it is. What I do know is that it's thick. The pork tenderloin is super tender and juicy. I can taste the savoury umami flavour of the meat along with the crispy breadcrumbs and sauce. It's delicious, and if I'm not careful, I'll finish this meal within minutes. In between mouthfuls, I try the miso soup. As I said earlier, there are unlimited refills of this, and I'm glad, because like the pork tenderloin, this miso is also delicious. I like all of the sides. I can say that the red radish is quite interesting and a good contrast for the pork. It gives a nice hit of warmth. The menu is well thought out, and I'm enjoying myself. Even this simple salad tastes good. Well done, Messi. One thing I haven't tried yet is the cactus salt and wasabi. Let's give them a go. Okay, wow. I can't even taste the salt because the only thing I can taste here is the wasabi. That's really hot. Do I like it though? Yes, I do. Because the prawn was fried, I was going to eat it whole, head and all, but looking at the size of it, I'm a little reluctant. I'll try the main body and see how that tastes. Like the pork, this has been cooked to perfection. The prawn is juicy and a little sweet, and the crispy breadcrumbs are nice and savoury. Yum. I'm satisfied with my lunch. Now it's on to a cafe or two. Walking the streets, it seems that people are queuing for everything. Seongsu is a busy and popular area, it seems. I mean, look at these idiots queuing at this random looking stall. On close inspection, they're selling bread. Not just any bread, but 4 little loaves of salt bread at 12,000 won. Rip off. It looks like you buy it from the kiosk where this guy tries to convince people that they need to buy. I'm glad that I have common sense because I know a bad deal when I see one, which is why I paid 12,000 won and bought some in the end. I instantly have buyer's remorse because I'm basically paying £7 for these. Ouch. Ah well, I'll take these back with me and try them later. See what all the fuss is about. A minute around the corner and I'm here at Deim Chango, a warehouse turned into a cafe / art gallery. The doors are huge and enticing. Let's go in. I can see that they have a variety of cakes and pastries on display. There's a lot to choose from and not enough of me to eat all of them. I've ordered a cappuccino and a matcha cream croffin for a total of 14,400 won. This is expensive and again, I think I have buyer's remorse. I've cut the matcha croffin in half. It feels heavy and I can see that it's fluffy on the inside and crispy on the outside. It looks very tasty, and even though this took 15 minutes to arrive with a coffee and cost me so much money, I can say that I'm enjoying it. It's delicious. The drink? Well, if I'm honest with you, I don't think it's anything special or worth the money. I think that if you come to this place, it's really about the setting and the atmosphere. I love the interior and the vibe. It's popular and busy, and I can see why. If I ever come here again, I'll only be drinking water. I'm somewhat disappointed by the overall experience of the last cafe, so I've stumbled upon this cafe called Onion. An onion is a vegetable. What should I expect of this place? Well, cakes, bread and pastries. They look amazing and I'm a little blown away. I was really spoilt for choice in here, so I had to ask for some advice on what to choose. The nice young lady at the counter told me that she would drink the chocolate latte at 7,000 won and would have the sweet chestnut bread at 6,500 won. So let's have those. Now, because the lady was nice, she cut up the sweet chestnut bread for me and put the rest in the bag. It all looks perfectly inviting on this chilly day. The bread smells sweet, of course. The centre is a little crumbly with almost grainy pieces of sweet chestnut, and the outside of the bread is light and crispy. This is amazing and I think it was a great choice. The chocolate latte is probably the most unusual latte I've ever tasted. It's like drinking a hot chocolate, only that it tastes like Earl Grey tea. It's really nice. I was worried that it was just expensive for the sake of being expensive, but I can tell that some skill and effort went into making this. Well done, Onion. The cafe is quite large inside and is perpetually busy. A lot of people are going about their day, and I think I prefer it to the warehouse I've just been in. It's definitely a bit hipster, and I think it's got a great selection of food and drinks to try. I'll come back here again sometime. Seongsu is definitely the place to be if you like your cool cafes, your lunchtime meals, and expensive bread. But I'm done with the area for the day. And after a short break, I'm now at Odang-e Gochidak, a few minutes walk from Bulgwang station. It's basically a place where you can buy food and skewers. I'm excited, so let's have a look. Looking at the menu, if you want to eat fish cake skewers called odang or omuk in Korean, you can either choose one of the set menus or you can opt for individual items. You will have to buy 3 or more of these. So when you sit down, you get this little laminated card to mark the items you'd like. What to choose? This tricolour fish cake looks inviting. I couldn't tell you if each piece tastes different to the other, but what I can tell you is that each one is delicious. A little firm to the bite and a bit bouncy. They're hot and coated in this delicious broth they've been sitting in. The overall flavour is savoury with a light sweetness. The broth isn't just there to keep your food warm and hydrated, it's good for drinking too. Delicious. Each individual skewer has a different texture. This one is usually my favourite and the most common. There's something satisfying about pulling the fish cake off the skewer. It's hot and savoury with a thicker texture. It's really good. Here is some dagochi at 5,500 won. I opted for one with a spicy sauce. The sauce looks thick and sticky. The chicken is hot, not only in temperature but in flavour. It's really spicy. The sauce is thick and glossy, almost as if it's been cooked in starch. I like it, but I would probably have it with soy sauce next time, as even for me, it's a bit too spicy. Ouch. You can't really go wrong with whatever odang you choose. They come in all different shapes and flavours. I've never seen one like this before. It doesn't have much in the way of flavour, but the texture is quite interesting. This one is a little thicker, and if you eat slowly and carefully, you can taste a lot of individual ingredients that have been mixed in. I'm so happy with the food in this place. Everything was satisfying and I will happily visit here again in future. So that's me done for this evening. Spicy dakochi is still burning my lips, but I'm content. Thanks for watching. Until next time, bye!